Hey guys, Rascal here, and today I'm doing something a little bit differently. Instead of reviewing a movie or a TV show, this time I'm actually reviewing a book. And there's going to be different books that I find like hidden gem, just like I do with the movies and TV shows. I like to find hidden gem books as well, or mangas that people may not have heard of but definitely want to check out to give it some attention. However, this one my mother, Rascal Mama Entertainment, has actually found for me. I have heard of a manga, and let me know if you have too, a manga called Deadpool Samurai. And this was made about 2019, and I had heard of it and wanted to read it for years. Unfortunately, never got the chance because at the time it was only available on digital. I did not have a Shonen Jump Plus app. And we were at the library one day, and Mama found it for me. Found it for me while I was looking through some other sections, and I didn't know until we were at home and we were unpacking everything, and I was just so excited that she found it, and I was really thankful that she did. And I was not disappointed with it. And this was made, like I said, in 2019, and or like I think it was made 2019 and then released again in book format in 2020. It is around the time when the pandemic started, and there was actually a shift in book sales for Western comics. A lot of the comics that they started having out for graphic novels for DC or just comics in general started to become a little mundane. They were no longer really exciting for a lot of people. I feel like a lot of the characters were beginning to be flanderized into just having one trait only, or people were self-inserting their opinions and characteristics into a character that wasn't them, nor was it their creation. And that was affecting sales for the longest time. And a lot of people, that's when a lot of people were actually starting to switch to manga. And that's when manga sales started going through the roof. And My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Spy Family, Food Wars, Haikyuu, a lot of these mangas started just going up in sales because people were switching to that for entertainment. And well, Marvel was not really happy with this. Obviously, they kept doing the comics anyway, even though people really weren't buying it except to review it. They did this one called Deadpool Samurai, and they made it into a manga. And majority of the time, though, when they have these outsourced books and they have someone else do it, majority of the time they're done by people who do not know the character. And they tell explicitly that they have no idea who this character is. They don't ever read their comics, nor do they read comics in general. And Marvel and DC hire people on purpose that don't know the source material because they want them to have an entirely different take. They do not want to have the same thing people have been getting, which doesn't sound like a very good business strategy, but hey, not my company. So when Deadpool Samurai came out, this was their biggest hit, and it's been their biggest hit since. Unfortunately, there are only 2 volumes to this. Volume 1, Volume 2, and that's it. There's no bonus volume, there's no spin-off, it's just as is. And like majority of these Marvel anime / manga crossovers, it features one of their characters going to Japan. And this time is Deadpool. And he's supposedly in charge of making his own team in Japan. And it was assumed at first that they were going to be having some Japanese Marvel characters join in the manga form. But no, it turns out they were just little girl knockoffs of regular characters. Like, they have Captain America in here. They have Iron Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Hulk. They have Loki in here, which I'll get to in a minute. Spider-Man exists, but he doesn't team up with him. He's teaming with an entirely new character named Sakura Spider. And a second symbiote Venom hybrid who doesn't know he's a symbiote. And it's a little odd. That was a little odd choice for them to go with. But I have to say they actually managed to pull it off well, because the entire time Deadpool is what's keeping the manga going. They kind of point out the whole time that of all the manga or anime tropes you typically see in the shows and stuff you read, along with them noticing that Deadpool wasn't as hard as he is in the movie. And no, please don't take that the wrong way. And I do mean he's harsh. He's not as rough and harsh as he is in the movie, where he just has a lot of foul language, he slices people up, he says whatever. And they state in the manga that they had to tone him down to a PG or PG-13 rating, because there's a lot of stuff he does that's not allowed in Shonen Jump because a lot of kids read it. So he says he is forced to have the outlook of him wanting to be a hero instead of an anti-hero. He couldn't slice and dice a bunch of humans, even if they were bad guys. He had to have more of a moral code instead of just going by whatever he feels like. And it's hilarious because there's a lot of things he would have to do, like to immediately take a person out, but he can't because it's not American comics, and it's brilliantly done. It's not done in a way like, oh, we know we're parodying the trolls, we know this doesn't work, well, we're gonna do it anyway. They actually wrote the jokes to fit Deadpool. He acts just as crazy as he does in the movie and the regular comics. He's self-aware. He's crazy. He reads My Hero Academia. He reads Demon Slayer. He knows AOT and lots of other manga. And one of the biggest things in here, I'm sure you all know because people spoiled it online, is that it's kind of canonical that My Hero Academia is in the same universe as Marvel now. Because there's a point where Deadpool has All Might's phone number. He just doesn't use it much. And it's absolutely hilarious. And they kind of hint at that in the regular MHA. So I love how that came full circle. All Might actually makes a guest star appearance in here with Horikoshi actually drawing part of the manga with him in it. And it's really well done. It's brilliant. And all the MHA fans will definitely love it because they picked the perfect manga to pair with it. So, as I said, that pretty much confirms Marvel and MHA are technically in the same universe. They're just, right now, not owned by Disney. I don't know if that'll change later, but right now they're not owned by Disney. But I think that was a really brilliant move for them to do. I really love that they did that. And as I said, this is a really well done manga. I think you would absolutely love it. It is probably their best idea they've had in a while. I haven't really read a lot of Marvel comics recently because they just haven't been working for me. But this was one of the standout ones. And unfortunately, Marvel hasn't done much else with it. I thought they would do another Deadpool, another character. There was supposed to be a Spider-Man one, but it's not technically Spider-Man. It's not Peter Parker. It's not even Miles Morales. It's an entirely different person who takes Spider-Man's suit, and then he learns the responsibility of what it is to be Spider-Man, thinking he doesn't do much. Which, they kind of shot themselves in the foot on that because I think a lot of people have loved if they loved a Deadpool manga, they would love a Spider-Man manga as well. But again, I'm not making these decisions. I guess I'll read it when it comes out, but I kind of want a Peter Parker Spider-Man manga. But I'll see how it is since they're going to make it, as long as I can go and get it easily from my library. Now, if you have read Deadpool Samurai, let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you love it? Did you think it was okay, or did you not like it at all and would rather stick with regular manga? Let me know in the comments below. I think it was great. I would love to read more things like this. This is probably one of their best ideas in a while, and I really hope they do something like this again down the line, or even give Deadpool an anime, because I could definitely see him having one. So, thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you have any books to recommend to me, like manga or light novels, regular novels, comics, graphic novels, whatever. Let me know if you want me to cover some suggestions in the comments below with your opinions on Deadpool Samurai. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.